well, when small pikin enter house, you become a TV rookie. One pikin go snap it. One na pikin. Na biggest amount of WhatsApp to make name for you. Na pikin. Go was a governor that cannot win the village. That's also na pikin be rookie. Governor Delta. I know you understand how to you did. I talk about every best year for year. Delta. Not be with you. All right, thank you so much. It's okay. It's okay. Someone be online. Okay, why you feel say Obi win Lagos State? If I may ask you just in 30 seconds. I'll tell you. Yeah. There are a lot of people that believed in Obi in satellite areas. And one of the reasons when he make in the governor race, the issue changed. Now part of what we do here be that. One of the things when as we remember the boy get low vote in Lagos was that space where that Edo boy do. When you involve tribe into something, you will create a reaction from some regions.
This boy is just talking nonsense. Are you trying to say there are no tribalism in Nigeria? Huh?
Enough, I beg. Look at how to control the emotions. Not put the hand up, get the hand up, engage the hand up. All these bachelor suspense. Can you guys please calm down?
Mommy, let's try your head.
These are the issues. I beg, okay, now which Edo you say host space make
Badebo, is he Igbo? Is he not a Yoruba man?
After the first election, presidential election, why Onaoga Olomo completed Igbo's not to vote? Don't we didn't see that one now, because that one is doing very well. Why were you guys trying to, not you now, not you, sorry, not you now, why was APC, I won't call it political extremist, you're threatening non-Yorubas, like not to come out and vote. Why were they trying to, start Oro during that election period? Why were they doing all these things if they actually wanted that election to be free and fair? Now, during the election, a lady was stabbed. Many people were beaten, all over Lagos. I don't know, you saw videos, that's what you can't deny that fact. So what do you have to say concerning those things that happened in places? Do you think that election was free and fair in Lagos State? In fact, it has even been established now that the governor voted. I don't know. You know that PVC? Wait. So, OJ. We go through corner. Let me talk the stage. Can we please you be down monarchy? Please. You be down monarchy, be rookie. I beg, what thing with this bikini where they talk? What is this your bikini? What do you mean? I beg, OJ. I don't hear bikini, please. Some I don't end. What is it? Can I be rookie? Wait. Be rookie. Like argument. Hold on. What the argument? Wait now. Hey. How Jesus Christ? How can I be okay? It's like this you won't be. You're not going to value. Even if somebody is wrong, accept it. But not just learn. Hold on, be okay. Become. Hi. OJ, as I was saying, my in-law, I beg. What is this that bikini where the top? What do you mean, I beg? First of all. Tell me who your in-law. He went to Igbo. He married an Igbo woman. All of them married Igbo before the election. That's I asked you some questions. Can you please answer those questions? Then let's go to the next speaker, please. Okay. As I talked before, if you see the votes, right, and I know a lot of people that voted LP during the presidential election. For the governor, they didn't vote for LP. Then I think it's part of the things to create that change, right? Is one of the spaces
for this Twitter space, right? Now my perception be that I feel say na part of waiting, reduce LP vote. Strongly believe so. And for those who attack non-speaking Yorubas, right? It is wrong. And I notice say, right, because of say person mama no be Yoruba, my two sons they have Igbo name clearly. So I wouldn't support say make they no vote somebody because say it doesn't make sense. So I wouldn't support that. But I'm telling you that part of waiting make you see what happen for government election is part of waiting they go on here. That.
And what is going on here?
We know they talk about the issues. When we they bring when we they condemn people in total, forgetting the fact that there are chunk of Yorubas who will never vote Tinubu. I know them. We have them in our families. I will never vote Tinubu. So if you want castigate, I can go for a juggler as a person. Now the only way if it fail be that in 2027 people know supposed to be that too. But if you put tribe involved, regardless of how it performs, people go defend that because you have called them names already.
But you're the one being tribalistic. Nobody here has said anything about you about any tribe.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. Now, my next question before I go to Napunze. So far, how do you see Tinubu's administration?
Okay, last time when I got your space, you asked me this question, and I told you, I said there are two major policies where I see saying don't do. Right, that's the first subsidy. Even before income, I've said it before. I said it is as in that the right thing make we remove first subsidy. But what I want to see is that I want to see how he's going to utilize that fund in the next budget. Now, where I will draw my curtain with that. But is he right on that first subsidy? I supported it 100%, even before he come power. Right? And also, for the floating of the Naira, I be say, now other things we he go do. After now I go to draw my conclusion.
Okay, but reach now, university almost 90 days. Do you feel like he's doing wonderfully well, or are you like happy with his administration so far, or not?
Honestly speaking, those two policies have brought on both hardship. Is a fact.
Okay.
Is a fact.
Are you happy with him so far or not? That's my question.
I said so. I said what will determine if he knows what.
Yeah, speaking.
I told you before now.
I know go school.
Okay.
Are you happy with everything now or not so far, or you're just in between? Let me say you're just like Mona Lisa.
Just as I've told you before.
Oh.
Wait, perfect. About my house. Okay. Make it a nice strategy. Hold on now.
Why are you guys?
No, you are okay with the policy. Simple. Nobody's going to beat you.
I
said that before now that I agree with 2 points. Don't let anybody put words in your mouth. Say what you believe in. I'm supporting you.
Okay, it's okay.
How many of you got?
It's okay.
Follow up the builder. We don't beat you.
Thank you so much. Please, it's okay.
No, imperfect. This is jungle justice. This is jungle justice. Let the man say what he wants to say now.
He can't answer the question.
Anybody beat him?
Like forever.
I don't think you want to beat up. Anything of the guitar for your house.
I hate meeting big people like Una, rich men like Una. I beg. I don't want to make impress now. Can't go use him in 2x2. When he buys his last year, when he never test, can't go test on nobody. Not gonna calm down. OJ, I beg. Sorry, sir. The Wolfex, I beg. I beg. I want to go to the next speaker now. Naponze, you should be next. After you, we'll go to Grandmaster. Then come to Nkechi. Then go to ED, please. Okay, you are here. Okay, I beg. We will allow the married people to speak. they'll come back to you. You're still very young and active. Hold on, please. OJ, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. OJ, come back here. OJ, you must come back here. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. You will not die well.
Now, pose this over to you, please.
Thank you, Perfect. Thank you. OJ, I don't think, please, so I don't want, this is not what I want to say, Perfect, but OJ, let's not call people names. You calling Biruki Damunapiki over and over and over again, honestly, you should be bigger than that. Damunapiki is a very bad insult to insult anybody at all. This is, I don't know if you guys know each other, but it is, at least it's offensive to my ears.
That's what I don't want to talk about.
Imperfect, you should not allow things like that. People should not call people out of their names.
No, you don't know.
Damunapiki is like calling somebody a useless bastard. It's just
now, family now. I know my ancestors.
Like the literal
I know my ancestors.
He keeps saying it over and over again, and so he got offended. Please.
All right. Sorry for that. Thank you so much.
So please, maybe Sweet Angel know the literal translation. Sweet Angel.
No, I don't know. I just want to be perfect. I'm going to rent Captain as a husband.
I think I know what it is.
Jading me or shedding all of us that we are single. So I'm going to rent Captain as a husband.
Thank you, please do. When you ready,
Thank you.
No problem. Perfect. Stop. Leave singles to dream. Yourself, you don't marry, you going to call people names here.
You also marry one of my sisters.
Put yourself first. Please, I just wanted to say something.
Ask Captain if he's going to say yes.
Captain. Get it, don't get enough.
You have like 2 minutes more.
Hold on, just go straight to the point and just stop it.
I'm starting now. No, I wanted to come and say that, so people's, to be part of your ethnicity, to be part of your tribe, it's not a bad thing. Honestly, it is not a bad thing. I am all in support for all of us to champion wherever we come from and put our people first. It's not really a bad thing. But why I don't think that it should be a reason for division is because there is strength in diversity. Mm-hmm. We have seen countries, like most Western countries, are using, why do you think they are even allowing us to come to their place? Like, not only black people, they want Asians to come, they want Indians to come. Not like they like us so much. We still carry our 2 legs go, they still, are racist against us. They still do. This is in the Western world. But they understand that they need this population. They need people to be where they want to be. I don't want to finish now. I only have 3 kids. Even if I bring them to Nigeria, I will only add 3 additional people. Me and my husband together. That's how many we want born to make Nigerian population, or to make Igbo now, to make the Igbo tribe be so large. When you're small, you might be small and sustain your small amount of people. But to be actual great is you need population. I was in a space the other day, and this Hausa guy was saying that to walk from his house to the mosque where he goes to do his daily prayers, he will walk past 5 local governments. Everybody had that thing. People that were in that space, they had it. But he flew over some people's heads because they don't understand what that means. You see this leadership thing, leave it for Hausa people. Add it. You see, do you know why there's 5 local governments where you just trek from one point to the other point? It's because each local government is collecting some kind of allocation. Do they need that much? They don't. But when you have,
so do you think it's because they are very wise that they have all that? It's because Nigeria has been structured to favor them. What are you talking about?
Hausas know this. Till tomorrow, whether Nigeria will divide or Nigeria will not divide. You see, the South have the oil. Everybody have whatever they have, right? Let's separate Nigeria. Hausas will still be our papa. They will still. You think they are illiterate?
Let them be your papa now.
They don't. They are not educated. You think they don't have. Honestly, there is the people that they are their leaders, they know how far more than the rest of us. See us, Yoruba, Igbo, and other ethnic groups, we're busy fighting. Oh, I don't like Igbos because they're X, Y, Z. Yorubas don't like Igbo because these are. How's no Igbo friend us? Let us divide. They will be ahead of us. They are the ones calling the shots in Nigeria. I keep saying it, and there is a reason for that. Let's keep on bickering and doing all that.
Please move on. Let's all
there is a power in a population, in numbers. In the United States, there is people from every. I don't think there's any country that is not in the United States now that they are not citizens. The core Americans tolerate all of us because of what we pay to the taxes that is keeping their system up. It's the same in the UK. If somebody called me, I came in the UK and say, oh, there's something that a core British person will have. In that, before black Jamaicans, Asians came to UK have ethnic groups. They do have their own ethnic. They have people that speak the Cockney. They used to be separated by class. And with that class, there's the way everybody speaks. That they know, oh, this person is from region, this certain region. But they try to do away with that. Yes, their nose are still up to people they think is less than. But they are not pushing you away. They don't want you to go. They don't want you to leave. I think it's the same thing that we should adopt tonight. This is why I don't care about IPOC, Biafra, XYZ. Reflecting in your region that you're doing the agitation for. Do the agitation that you want your place better. You see how the Hausas are agitating is they are building 5 local governments within a trekking distance.
Did they build it themselves?
Thank you.
This is what we need to do. Let us respect the diversity among us, but let us use it. Let us use it to our own power. You that you're so educated, you have been outside, you have been so exposed. If you really, I'm not going to call anybody tribalistic, but if you in your mind, you try, then somebody does not deserve, then your education is a waste. This is why I don't listen to people that are medical doctors that are quote unquote born again Christians. Please, imperfect, just a minute. Let me tell you why. Because I have a friend that was a born again Christian. A friend of ours was sick, was telling her that I didn't have this symptom. And this our born again Christian pastor, a friend was telling her, oh my dear, just keep praying. So in my mind, I'm like, but I know that we're supposed to pray. Like, but medically, what would you say? This is what most Nigerians are. You're so educated, but you're still thinking that there's something else that is supposed to be doing the work for you. You know this thing about that. You're so educated. You're not using your education, the school that you went to. What is the use if you're not using it to put this into perspective? Forget about where that person comes from. Forget about what that person. Just look at the value that they will bring. What value will they bring? I don't think people that I used to think we were too tribalistic, but Peter Obi has made me realize there's really no tribalism, because the truth is the people this election has shown it. Tribalism is not there. You know, the truth is Igbos. It's so hard for you. People think, oh, Igbos do this. We have always voted for people. How many presidents do we have that are Igbos? We have always voted for the best man that we think that should rule Nigeria. So, keep Igbos aside in this days. We always have voted. But the fact that you think that now 99% of Igbos voted Peter Obi is tribalistic, it is not. We challenge you that you should bring Ojo Zokalo. We will not vote for him. We will call him out. If you bring Opus Odima next time, we will stand like, God, that one. You will not even try it. So, it is not, there is tribalism in Nigeria, but they are not majority. That's what I wanted to say. They are not majority. We that are not tribalistic, we are winning. Thank you, Imperfect.
Thank you so much. I might somewhat want to disagree with this whole diversity or strength, diversity of population. That one English, with this will take confuse us and keep us together. This will do the alliance. Or Czech Republic, I'm not even sure they are even up like 15 million. Austria, not up like 15 million. Switzerland should be like 11 million. Luxembourg, we be like 15 you bring about, bring Sule, bring like 2 or 3. They're not even like 700,000 people.
That's true. Imperfect. I'm not even Japan. Japan, you're going too far. Japan as a nation is just. But you know the thing is, no, imperfect. The truth is, yes, can we be separated? We can. But I'm saying that if we use the numbers, if all of us go our separate ways, how many in population are we? Like take for Igbos for the example.
It's not about the population. It's about people having a quality of life.
What kind of a nation would it be? I'm just saying that since
Then
we
you
have
won't know
found
until you
ourselves
get it.
like this, instead of separating, let us use these numbers that we have. Let it work for us. Let us still be selfish about our region. So let us do what we can about our region.
Speaking
but
from
let
the
us
two sides of
understand
your
that
mouth.
in
I don't know what to say. Just
together,
talk.
instead of bringing out the negative aspect of it, let's work all of us and do what is positive for the nation.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. I might just like ask you, like, check how many Igbos are living outside Nigeria currently. How many people are living outside Nigeria from the south, also from the middle belt and also the southwest. Now this north, they always brag that they have the population. They said I saw a video either yesterday or like 2 days ago. They said these people, they've been bragging and boasting about it, that every election they bring people from the jail down to Nigeria to vote. That's how they get their own population. When Niger State, empty land, I was like, where are the population where these guys they talk about all the time? The population in Niger State, like when they see you, like, I'm like, are these guys, have they ever met civilization before? No. Just like a local. Anyway, sorry for another day. Let us move on. Thank you so much for your submission. Grandmaster, please, 4 minutes. Once I begin with hand, make it stop. Please, take your time.
Just 1 second. I'm saying that the reason
We've heard your voice. Let someone else speak.
That is because they know that there is power in numbers. They inflate their own numbers so that they can in turn use those numbers against the rest of Nigeria. That's what they are doing.
We've heard. You can go and move. You can move to the north and become a northern.
Because there is power in numbers, let us stay and use our numbers in a positive way.
All right, thank you so much. And I think they always succeed because our leaders are very stupid, those from the south, because they keep on enabling those people.
Exactly. It's not them to say the truth. They're not running around the truth. Not them as how Buchukugi. Because tree near tree, now you make monkey sharp.
All the numbers they've been inflating.
Exactly.
They don't even have it. How many of them remain? They end up killing themselves. Boko Haram bombing, attacking everywhere. What are we saying? Our leaders are just look at the country where they killed how many soldiers 2 days ago. They killed people in Jos 2 days ago. Massacre. To date, the president has not said anything about it.
No.
What the country?
Imperfect. Check the presidential tweet. He has addressed it since yesterday.
Can you come and
check it. He has talked about it. You said the president has not said anything. He has communicated.
Why did he have to wait for 48 hours before saying something?
My grandparents in the village, how many of them are on Twitter? Those people that lost their
Do you watch NTA News?
How many
Do you watch NTA News?
Excuse me, sir. How many people get?
Do you watch NTA News?
Excuse me now.
That's how
Can I answer your question?
That's why I say my way.
Can I answer your question?
Exactly.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yes, I do. But I don't have the money to go and buy 10 liters of fuel for like 8,000 to watch news. Yes. You will end up killing one American soldier. America will go to war because of that single person. Are you aware? But here they shot our aircraft down. All a shame. You guys are just shameless. Grandmaster beg, 5 minutes, I beg.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me try to be as quickly as possible. Let me put it on record that there was
please check your DM.
I've done it. I'll send you a reply. Let it be on record that nobody came here to castigate any ethnic group. the submission that was being made so far on this space before other people started joining was that it seems that tribalism actually decides how we vote in this country, and that people should actually, reconsider if we should move to a regional government. And then Impress came and made it about himself. He being an APC, are we saying that he voted because of tribalism? Nobody made that mention. And OJ came and exacerbated it. But OJ, I want to correct a couple of things. You have come here to say that, that Southeast, nobody got 5% votes. OJ, can you go back to 1999? Up until this 2023. Tell me with what margin did each party that won in Southeast won? And tell me who were people on the ballots during those elections. And you find out that none of them was Igbo. Right? So if you come today to tell me that the reason why the Southeast voted the way they did was because it was Peter Obi, I'll tell you that you lie. Because that is a precedent. They have always been voting like that. Right? And it's on record that the only place that people were attacked based on their ethnicity was in Lagos. So let's not deceive ourselves. And if you want to make it about that, I posted something on Jokutra. That was something that took place in a room on Clubhouse, right? Someone, if you can tell me, show me a simple instance where people of the Eastern extracts gathered in a room and talked about their fellow Nigerians in such condescending manner, right? I will give you some money. So please, let's not come here and try to deceive people. Anyway, some of us are completely detached from reality. And I find it extremely condescending for the lady who came from the UK to say Igbo shout, they lose and they make noise. Madam, I put it to you that you're detached from the reality.
Exactly. Because
the reality on ground is that the guy you actually claim won is not winning that election. And for you to come and say Igbo shout and make noise, it is extremely insulting to Igbos. And I put it to you. I don't know who you are, but I find it extremely insulting that you come up here and insult an entire ethnic group that way and claim that they shout, cry wolf, and make noise. That is seriously insulting. If you don't find it insulting, I do. And if you don't understand how politics have been working here, because you came here and specifically said that you are not interested in politics, you don't banter in politics.
But you
don't even know what happened during the election. And for you to come and say outrightly that they lost and they should suck up their wounds and they just move away, it is extremely insulting because we all know that the elections were rigged. And for you to categorically say that somebody won and another person lost is a lie. Let's not deceive ourselves. I don't want to dwell on it for too long. I want to say, because my brother, facilitator, you said we should forget about Nigeria. People should forget about Nigeria. My brother, I want to ask you this question. In a federation like Nigeria, where the power flows from the top to down, you understand what a federation is and how it functions. How do you now expect people to forget about what happens at the center when every single decision made at the center will affect their life positively or negatively? Example, what you're currently seeing based on fuel subsidy, right? How do you then now say that they should simply don't forget the center and focus only in their local, politics? I agree that people should hold their local politicians accountable, but then why should they forget the center? Because the center directly affects their life. Every single decision taken at the National Assembly and by the presidency will affect their life negatively or positively. So I don't understand the argument that we should simply forget the center and focus only on our region. I want to understand until the day with decentralized power and move these things back to the region, then people can focus on their region. But for as long as we practice a federation, a federal system of government, I don't understand the argument of telling people to simply just focus on their region. How? Can they provide security for themselves? Their natural resources, does it belong to them? Have you seen the exclusive list of the presidency, of the executive? How many of the things there can the regions actually, manage themselves? The federal government has, monopoly over most of these things. And people say that tribalism is not a sin. My brother, in a federal system of government, tribalism is a sin. As a matter of fact, tribalism is an act of prejudice and bias towards people. So you can equate it to racism. It is not a good word. There is no point where tribalism became something good. You can practice tribalism when you go back to your region and you are working within your own regional boundaries. But when you come to a federal, system of government, tribalism plays no role there. Everybody must be treated equal and feel like they are being treated equal. That is why I call it federal system of government, because they are giving your power to the center. And you should be able to see that they are utilizing that power to your own benefit and to your own good. You don't apply federalism in a federal system of government. So please, I want to say it again. Tribalism is prejudice and bias, and it's completely frowned on anywhere because it equates something like racism. Let's not come and deceive ourselves, please. And I'll end with this. You see, we can make all the noise we want to make here. We can say all the things we want to say here. The truth of the matter is this. People are already hardened. Their hearts are already hardened. The fact that up to today, people are still coming up to defend this
not even let me speak before you start calling out my name. You will not even let me speak before you start calling out my name. Don't worry.
My customer, don't worry. I'm going to call you out. See, it is not about who we're touching. It is about what we're touching. Because I've come to realize, I'll end with this, that a lot of you think that this is about, what do you call himself, Ronaldo and Messi. But forgetting that it's about the lives of people. Lives are at stake. You think it's about, my team don't win. That is why someone like Doki will come on his paper and is singing, we now. You understand? It's so appalling. But at the end of the day, whatever decision you make will not affect just you. And it will not affect just other country finally implodes like most of you wish, especially you from APC. Now all of us will take the fall. Let me leave it at that. Perfect. Are you there? Alright. If you get anything against me, come talk at me and make we trash them out. Like say,
Thank you so much.
you only get
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, okay, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Let me go down before I throw me out. Now go down.
Good afternoon, and thank you for giving me the mic. Hi, everyone. It looks like the last speaker, said most of the things I came up to say. I actually came for the lady who was referring to the Igbo people, how they cry foul and all that. To start with, and then to say that as I've been in this space for long, and nobody has come up to say anything about the Yoruba tribe, or which I don't know what his name is, was trying to insinuate that the space had been set up, for people to talk about Yoruba people. No, that did not happen. I did not witness that as long as I've been on this space. And obviously, tribalism is a thing in Nigeria. We are all tribalistic, whether you accept that or you don't. It's just like racism as well. People have, what... Okay, let me not go into that. This is not a lesson about diversity. Okay, so building bridges. The lady was talking about how that train, my dear, Abi boat, whatever you people call it has sailed long time. We know better now. So don't start using that nonsense of Igbos need to build bridges and all that crap. It's not going to work. It's not going to fly. So the earlier you bury that and find other narratives, the better for you. Igbos have built enough bridges. The thing is, Nigeria has been structured in a way to favor a certain tribe. And I'm going to say it, that tribe is the Northerners and the Hausas. This lady that came and singing praises of the Hausas and all that, you're talking about how they have 5 local governments in every street. Did they give those local governments to themselves? Did they just wake up and form those local governments for themselves and for their own benefit? No, it was given to them. So why is it not the same way in other parts of the country? So because the country has been structured to favor the Hausas, the Northerners mainly. Monkey too sharp. Now because tree near tree. So have that at the back of your mind when you're singing the praises of these Northerners. And I want to go back to an example somebody made, again, talking about diversity and tribalism, using UK as an example and all that. Even in the UK, they are still tribalistic. Even with all the diversity, somebody from Scotland would want you to understand that they are Scottish and they still have all their cultures. If you had them watch the burial of the Queen, you would have seen a lot of the UK cultures in play. When people from Wales were celebrating and burying her, people from the English people and the Scottish people, you could see the differences in the cultures. They still exist. And these are cultures that have existed for, so many thousand years. So there's no way me, Nkechi, I'm an Igbo woman, that I will not prioritize me being Igbo before prioritizing being a Nigerian. I'm sorry, it's what it is. Call it whatever you like, whether you want to use it in negative or in positive way, it's what it is. It's innate on us, in us, to be who we are first. Identify with our own people. That is why if you travel, you go abroad, for example, you come into a class, you go to anywhere in a public place, you would see that Black people align with themselves. Chinese people align with themselves. Indians align with themselves. If we go to a room of people, first of all, you will look around, and the person that has skin color with you is like the person you would get attracted to first, before anyone else. And that's the person you would maybe want to ask a question or talk to. So it's natural. It's nature anyway. So whether it's for good or it's for bad, it's what it is. And then we have federal character in Nigeria for a reason. Why do we have federal character? So that every region or every part of the country will not, feel left out when in the scheme of things. But it's a shame that this federal character is not being used in a way that it should favor every part of the country. But I guess that's not what we're here for. But I just got very upset when somebody came up, to start insinuating that Igbo people cry foul and that they should try and build bridges and this and that and all that nonsense. You have to hold your local council. You have to hold them to task before you start speaking to federal. That is nonsense. These are when people want to start defending bad government. That's when they start giving you all those examples of how you need to hold your councillor before, and then your senator. Somebody was even asking, do you know the names of your senators and all that? We run a federal kind of system in Nigeria. I think the last speaker did good in speaking about that. Probably I should not just waste the house time talking more about it. But then we run a federal government system. There is so much power in at the top, and it trickles down. So you cannot tell me, oh, do not talk about the president because I have not talked about my councillor. I do not give a damn about who the councillor is. I am interested in what is happening in Nigeria, because whatever happens at the center is going to determine what happens down. Oh yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna end there. Thanks.
All right, thank you so much. Idi, are you there? Then after you go to Okichuku, please.
How are you, Prophet? Goodness.
Okay, I know when you came here, you met Idi here and you met Okichuku here. Please remain calm. Idi, over to you, please.
Hi, Prophet. Good afternoon to everyone. Good morning, wherever you're spacing from. Quite interesting space, interesting conversations. I enjoyed listening to everyone. I want to say I'm really, really shocked. When I was listening to some people, I had to take a bottle of water to drink just to feel that I'm still alive. I'm really shocked that people would be advocating for someone like Tinubu. Like, are we living in some kind of alternate universe? Forget the fact that he's as corrupt as corruption. Corruption would be. He's sick. He's senile. And look at all of the baggage he carries, and people would be advocating for someone like that. That's completely that beats my imagination. I don't know how to describe that. I truly don't know how to describe that. This goes beyond issues of tribalism, goes beyond issues of ethnicity, goes beyond. I would understand if someone is advocating for someone like Sowore, whoever it is, but the fact that you're campaigning or you believe in Tinubu, for me, it's a complete reflection of the kind of person you are inside, irrespective of who you are. Okay. And to be honest with you, I don't think, and of course we all know that Tinubu did not win the elections, and these people are not in the majority. So we should just get that straight. The second thing I want to say is there's this myth about the North. I know the North very well because I schooled in the North and I worked in the North. Munafuki means a hypocrite. someone that behaves like a serpent. The North is not as homogeneous as outsiders think it is. The North is very, very diverse, and it's poverty that is making a lot of people quiet. It's poverty, lack of access to education, they're not aware, so they're just blinded by religion. So the North is not as homogeneous, and there's a lot happening in the North that people are not aware of because they're not paying attention to what's going on. But there's a lot of rumbling in the North, and probably we're far more noisy in the South than the Northerners are. But they're not as homogeneous as we like to pretend they are. So I yield the mic, Imperfect. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Chuku.
Perfect. Please, just one sec, but I just wanted to say something quickly, if you don't mind, to Nkechi. Please, just 1 second. Nkechi, I am not in any way singing the praises of the North. I am saying that they have already perfected this system of this government leadership because they know how to cheat their way towards it. They lie about their population. Because of that, they are able to get all these local governments scattered all over the place while they are confusing us. We in the South, the Southwest, the Southeast, the South, we're busy fighting about who is our tribes. While the leaders over there are busy looking for way to bamboozle all of us. They are stealing all our resources. In the same space where I was, the Hausa man that spoke said that if oil was discovered in the North, back the time that oil was discovered in Nigeria, the North would have separated from Nigeria completely by now. They would have not had anything to do with Nigeria. But still, with oil not even in their region, they are using the oil from this region to be enriching themselves. While we are busy scrabbling who tribes and who strive and who like and who don't like and all that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that instead of focusing, yes, I will forever be an Igbo girl. And I will forever champion Igbo things. But I'm saying that let it not be a negative thing that because I'm championing Igbo things that if a Yoruba man or a Shikiri man or a German or is doing something that is good, I will blind them because of my own tribe. I also went ahead and said that Igbos are not really like that. Our voting has shown that there has never been an Igbo president in Nigeria, but we always try to vote who is the competent person. The only time we're voting now for an Igbo person that we think is competent is now. If Peter Obi was not on the ballot and we're presented with this choice that we have right now, Igbos would still have voted, we would have still voted in this election. We still go out and try to do what is right. What I'm saying that we should not now, and okay, I'm sorry, what I concluded was saying that I used to think that we're very optimistic. I used to think that our tribes, our squabble over tribe has blinded us so much. But for the fact that Peter Obi won this election, in a landslide, he won completely in every region. I don't care who's that person saying that Peter Obi only won in the Southwest, only won Lagos. Sir, you're wrong. Peter Obi won every state. Every state in Nigeria, he won. Only few states that he did not win. That means that we are not tribalistic. Nigerians that are not tribalistic are more than Nigerians that are tribalistic. So it is a positive way we are moving forward. That's what I'm saying. I am not applauding the North. I'm saying that they have been cheating us so much because while we're fighting over something else, they're busy bamboozling all of us.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Imperfect, please, can I react for a second? I beg you in the name of God, please. I'm not arguing, it's just to clear something. Please. Thank you. Okay, thank you, sis, for taking time to explain yourself. The first time you gave your submission, you didn't sound this way, or maybe I did not understand you this way. The thing is, even the Northerners, you think that they are homogeneous, like the last person said, they are even the most tribalistic region in the country. Why did they not vote for Peter Obi, or why did they refuse to vote for Peter Obi? Is it not because he is an Igbo person? Why do they only vote people from their region? And why did they insist that if it's not a northerner, at least let it be a Muslim? So, but we are not ready to have discussion in this country. We all know where the problem of this country lies. We know where it lies. And today we are ready to have this discussion. Of course, there are Hausas that voted for Peter Obi. We are not talking, and there are a lot of Igbo people that voted for Tinubu. There are a lot of Igbo people that vote. Yes, there are a lot of Igbo people that voted for Tinubu. There are a lot of Igbo people that voted for Atiku. So I mean, if you want to break it down like that, all the Igbo people did not vote for Peter Obi. There are even Igbo people in this space. There are Igbo people in this space who would die for Tinubu.
Peter Obi won the election. He didn't win because only Igbos voted for him. That's what I'm saying. He won because Nigerians from every tribe voted for him. He is the winner. That means that tribalism is really not working. That people are already waking up. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Two of you on a day right, not incorrect. I even know the chairperson of Madam Ogochi, the chair lady, APC Lagos State, but an able woman from Anambra State. My pop's younger but never married. So, but story for another day. Ugochukwu, are you now ready for us, please?
Perfect. For the lane, I wanted to ask OJ, she knows his name, but I don't care who won the election. You know, that's just what I wanted to ask him, because it's okay that Nigeria is the way it's looking, but let's not be, this is not me insulting anybody, but sometimes it's very stupid for anybody to come on social media and come and say, oh, that crying wolf is a particular ethnicity or a particular tribe that the crying wolf sees the pain of Christ. Like, what exactly does that mean? Now, I want to ask OJ who won the election, since he said that Labour Party only won 2 states. And I don't even know why you were giving him the audience, really. I understand that we are all trying to be very liberal and very accommodating. We don't have to give audience to that. Like, why? Not to come on social media and just open mouths because they have teeth and tongue inside. It just doesn't make sense at all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No vex, just the way you're on now, so it makes sense to them and to yourself. So
I bet there's nothing like that. Nigeria is already the way it is. The whole thing is already the way it is. Let's not come. At least we're human beings now. Even before we became whatever, we're human and we have some conscience. I don't even think they have any, like the tiniest of it. How can you come here and tell us that Peter Obi only won in 2 states? Kiniko. What does that mean exactly?
All right, thank you so much. Okay, the next person now should be Mr. Impress. You've spoken before. Biruki spoke before. Okay, let's have you before go to Ulutosi, please.
I'm very glad you got my name, because I've been asking before, say Abiyam or Abiyam.
You be a bado.
I agree. Okay, so if I don't want to make an issue out of someone calling me names, because I would not do, it doesn't mean someone speaking English and turning it around and saying I specifically would quote the person saying that, oh, you supported Tinubu, but you said you would support Shore. We know what you're doing and why you chose the people you supported. It's simply calling me a tribalistic person. The person just spoke English, not that. The person didn't call me tribalistic directly, but the person said those words and thought I supported APC or I said Shore. That was why I came back and say, if it was a Mogalu, I would support a Mogalu or someone that has not been in, the president, the cabinet of this governor or president before. So don't think I'm just making something up, or the person that said it, or OJ did not hear what the person said. We all heard what the person said. So don't just come at because you didn't say it directly. We don't know what it means. And well, like someone said earlier, said everybody's tribalistic.
Well, I used to say during the election that people supported who they want to support, but in one or the other, everybody has their own bias. But don't say I didn't hear what I heard what I heard, and the person said it. So that's all I wanted to clear. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Olutosin, over to you, please. And please take some speakers down to listeners so bring in more people that want to speak, please. Thank you so much. Okay, Olutosin, over to you, please. All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for having me. Perfect. First, I would just like to talk about the topic. Tribalism in Nigeria is, I think the last election exposed us to a large extent. And I want us to understand that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Oji mentioned something that you tried to disregard the other time. When the presidential election result was announced, one for Lagos was announced, and Peter Obi was declared as the winner of Lagos State, there were several Twitter spaces that went viral where some supposed individuals were saying the next thing is to take over Lagos State, win the gubernatorial election, chase away the up. There were several Twitter spaces that went viral where some supposed individuals were saying the next thing is to take over Lagos State, win the gubernatorial election, chase away the Obas of Lagos, chase away the traditional rulers and all of that. When you spew such statements in public space, they will definitely.
You have to provide evidence for it. Don't interrupt. You have to interrupt. Just say no, please. Please.
Don't go back. Only me get the left, not even right. I don't even have the right. Only left I get to interrupt. I beg. No, because say you put those with a suit for your media, means say you come here, come there. We don't defend anybody for here. Respect yourself respectfully. I beg, Olutosin, who open space? They talk, say, make them do this one. I beg, you go show us evidence. Meanwhile, as they show us evidence, you go talk about M. Solomo, what he said also. Someone also went viral nationwide. Not even, if it even went worldwide, Olomo and other people too. With the
imperfect.
That was not even the source.
Wait, Biruki.
Imperfect. If I say anytime I want to talk for this space, make Biruki and Grandmaster. May they first go police that session. You did a lie now. Why? May they first go police that session. Make the lady
I will ask you a question.
Make the job. I go say Grandmaster the police that session. Make Biruki step the goal is that session.
I say me finish.
Hold on, please. Hold on. Okay, Olutosin. I beg, who open space?
Let me finish my thought. Let me finish my line of thought.
All right. Okay, sir.
Thank you. There was a space in particular that went viral where somebody was feeling that the next election, the gubernatorial election, they should come out in mass, make sure they win that election so that they can chase away the Obas of Lagos. I will never change that fact because it was everywhere. You might be alluded to it. Maybe you were not on Twitter at that time, or you want to pretend as if you didn't hear it.
I was a co-host on that space, so I will let you finish.
Okay, thank you.
A co-host on that space several times.
Okay,
and on that day, what you are alluding to was there, so I will put the record straight. Me, I don't know whether you heard it or whether you were on the space.
I'm still talking.
So,
thank you.
Sorry.
All right. I started by saying for every action.
Just what I need now.
There's an equal and opposite reaction. When you trail that line, there's no way you would expect people, indigenous people, not to react in their own country. And we practice federalism, we practice presidential system of government in Nigeria, where we have all majority of our resources being centralized and all. It will be your turn if you play the game the way everybody else has played it or is playing it.
nobody have. I in particular, I don't have anything against an Igbo presidency in Nigeria, and I don't think any sane Nigerian would have anything against an Igbo presidency. However, presidency is not the birthright of any tribe. And it's not something you wait on and assume that, okay, because every other tribe has had a share of it, then automatically it falls on your lap. No. You have to play the game. It is what it is. And lastly, because say me, I like violence. Please, how do you justify in your own heart, mind, and sense that someone that came to a distant thought of a variance, or what would you call it, of a difference of more than 2 million votes, won the election? How? Una go explain, no? Una go explain. Una don't get any evidence, so. No evidence.
Okay, thank you. Can Anna ask my question?
18,000 blood photo.
You can now shut up and go and eat his corn.
Can Anna ask my question? Olutosin, please.
Imperfect. I'm going to this last list.
Why are you going to list now?
Wait.
When you lie, you go run away.
Olutosin, can Anna ask my question?
Go ahead, please.
During that election time too, were you also there when some guys were saying they would take over Epanos shops, or I don't know, shopping mall? Then they will take the houses built by Igbos in Lagos State. They will share the properties, blah blah blah. Were you also saying that back then?
No, he didn't.
No, I'm not. I wasn't aware
of course, you're not aware of them. Of course. What a joke.
Bonkwem. I never knew to wait. Is this the Bonkwem that I know, or this one? This is the Bonkwem. This is the Bonkwem I know. I thought, come, all these violent group of people. Bonkwem, I beg, mute your mic. I beg. I use God beg you. Mute your mic. Now, were you also there when Ulomo said that Igbos should leave Lagos and they're going to, if you come outside to vote?
Ulomo never said Igbos should leave Lagos.
What was he saying about Mama and others that they shouldn't come out and vote, right? That we should not.
I'm sure you heard what the commissioner of police said.
Wait now.
I'm sure you heard what the commissioner of police said in regards to that.
1, 2. Yes. So Biruke don't go to listener section. Bonkwem to don't go to listener section. You guys are making me lose my mole of thoughts, not even train of thoughts. So Olutosin, are you not happy? Good. Now,
finally, there's some peace.
Good. Now talk to me. So what thing you say Oluomo talk and what thing Commissioner for Police talk?
Oluomo was addressing some group of people.
In what way?
Calm down now. He was addressing them.
Addressing people or threatening them?
He wasn't threatening anybody. He was addressing some people. And he made a jab. And you people took that jab as serious. And he came out the next 2 days to tell you that, no, that's not what he meant. The name he even mentioned is the name of someone that he has a relationship with. A significant person. He even made mention of the name of the person that he had a relationship. And the woman also came out to say she was the one he was referring to. And yet, you guys are feeling this thing as if he was inciting war, he was inciting violence in one way or the other. But then, you forgot that your own youth leader came to Lagos. And instead of him campaigning, he was shouting, why did they mute me?
Go and eat your corn. What you sound stupid.
See, I don't know the amount to APC give you, but they're supposed to pay you like 4 people income at the same time. Our youth leader came to Lagos, was asking where's Ensolomo. So now, what led to that, in quote, what he said? And please, do you have any evidence? Because I want to say, your guy, which is that guy name, we're going to say drinks after election, we're going to say, we're going to patronize the guy. Kuntus, I'm not to be named. That one, so we had can't be. Now, guys,
leave Kudus out of this. I beg, leave Kudus alone.
No, because he was also supporting Bats.
There is a video evidence of your shouting empty Olomo. Where are you now? Where is the empty Olomo?
So, and if he did that, what instigated it?
Now, Kunduz was also saying
when grown-ups just come and lie in broad daylight, I find it really difficult to deal with.
Campaign, they are going to attack them, yes or no? Was that also a jab or a jibe?
Where did Kudus say that? Kudus did not say anything like that.
Okay, no wahala.
Please move
then,
on to someone else.
For police talk. I want to go to my next speaker.
Exactly.
I've told you.
I'm speaking with this person.
MC Oluomo at that time was addressing a group of people, and he cited an example by mentioning the name of someone that he has an established relationship with.
What kind of relationship?
The people he was speaking to also know. Okay. And then you guys choose to spill it, to turn it into something else, as if he was inciting a form of violence or threatening people not to come out to vote.
Please move on to next speaker.
Patrick. Ask my question now.
All right, thank you.
Ask my question.
Who give you mic again? I should be you were in this section.
Please ask your question. I want to go to next.
Oga Oluwatosin, abeg na who be Red Sin Tedeke? Who he be?
I don't know.
But you say you did Twitter now. You say I win no day. Now you
I don't know anything now. I don't know.
Sin Tedeke. Oh, you don't know him. He was almost started this issue. You hear me? That farmer when Usibanjo say make billions of naira from rice farming. When got a beg? He's the son of Professor Moses Tedeke. Now my village he come from. His father is the head of political science, NDA, Defense Academy. Now he starts this thing on Twitter.
When you say we take over
but I think the tweets now. Now
he can only deny that he never
no, that's why I just look at the laugh. Even before they Tayo is a post Yoruba Wonu, this guy spearheaded everything on this same Twitter. Who no attack that guy?
Bilky, I will respond to you because of the.
What will you respond? I tell you now. Only him come out to confess after the election.
Let me just
hold on. Not only you did here.
Exactly. Let's move on.
There's one Ezedibo that said something in Lagos. He's in jail now, Abi. Why is Oluomo not in jail? Because it was all jokes. Why is Kunduz working freely? Why are they not in jail? I beg, Madam.
Imperfect, please just give me 2 minutes.
No, I can't give you 2 minutes. It's too much.
Okay, 1 minute.
What do you want to talk? Just
1 minute. Hold on. No, now you asked the question. You should give me the privilege to answer you, please. Okay. 1 minute.
Okay, good.
The Ezedibo that is in custody right now threatened Lagos State by saying he's going to invite
Wait,
let me answer you. He said he
will come back to you. Hold on.
Simple.
Madam Liberty, let's have you go to check this.
Can we do the color? Never reach.
Mr. Olutosin, the only reason why I would bother myself to correct one or two of the falsehoods you have said here is only because of those who are listening who were not privy. And I'm so glad Honorable Adora is a listener on this platform. Honorable Adora and I and a few other obedience post the presidential election held, we are co-hosting a space called the Sorex Situation Room Space. Just like you have tried to defend MC Oluomo's bigoted statements and other statements from those of your supporting group, is in the same manner I would like to put it to you, whether you accept it or not, is the so-called Twitter space. You said one Edo boy, somebody. That was Stephen Osemegwe, and we co-hosted that space with him over a period of many hours. We took shifts. And whatever your APC people will come, they will record statements, they will go, they will dub it, tune it, what have you, and circulate. See, let me tell you something. You know, you sound like a very enlightened and very intelligent man. So me, I'm not going to persuade to your sentiments or what have you. You know, minus anything there, when we come up here to speak, I'm sure you don't even have the where President Tinubu or INEC select president is. I'm sure you are living your daily life in Lagos or wherever it is you are located. It will be up to you to get to a point where you will evaluate everything that has happened. You know, I'm sure there are things, even some obedience did that were not right. There are things that a lot of APC people did that were not right. I think we're at the point where we cannot keep this this hypocrisy. I'm speaking exactly to you. So I'm talking to you as an individual now. As an individual. So it would be great if you just take time out and maybe information that were passed around that you probably never got the real fact about, to take time and do your own research to verify things that you heard or you've been told that you are not a witness to before you come and continue to propagate the same misguided information in some statements you have made. Because these them say they cause problem.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Osemegwe did not threaten Yoruba Obas. Nobody threatened any Yoruba Obas. The person that started bigotry tribal war were MC Olumo and other APC stalwarts, Fani Kayode and what have you. It's there. It's on record. So you don't have to believe me, because what has happened is we are where we are today because of how the election, because of the disrespect for the rule of law. Even you are a victim to it. At least you cannot tell me you are buying fuel for 145 naira per liter. So I don't know whether you are based in Nigeria or not. So you cannot tell me that the consequence of this current election is not impacting on you in the way it is. So you can come here, you can continue to take your WhatsApp briefing, continue to, tell the story you are telling. The reality remains that my own situation most probably is better than yours. If you are based in Nigeria, I am based in the UK. So me, I'm not suffering fuel subsidy palaver. I'm sure you are the one suffering it more than me. But if you are lucky to be abroad, then let us get to a point where we just take our head from our backside. I think we're at the point where we need to do that now. Because a country with the rule.
Did you just say if I'm lucky to be abroad? Wow. That's very funny coming from you.
I am not insulting you. I've simply said, if you are lucky like me, so let me put your mind at peace, because it's as if you are very sensitive to, you actually tend to take words very literal. So just calm down. So if we are both lucky, so let us both take our head out of our backside and let us speak truth to power.
Mm-hmm.
That is all we are asking on Nigerians to do right now. We have done the election, they've done their worst. But right now, can you say in your heart of heart that the tears, recently somebody told me of someone that jumped off a lagoon somewhere in Lagos, that they got his body 3 times. 3 days later, people are literally suffering as we speak. What we need to be doing now is forget tribalism, ethnicity, and hold true to power. Our people are dying. Even your own friends, your own family, your own people. I'm sure people, if you are abroad, I'm sure people are begging you every day to send them money. So please, let us face the reality of what is happening in Nigeria. Whether, even if it was me to be that one that was there, what will happen is we all need to be holding the government of the day to account. And that is what we need to be talking about now. Because all this campaign, you are campaigning for Tinubu, for Yoruba people, for what have you. Those who have messed up have messed up. Leave them to their conscience. It's not your place to come and be defending them. The MCU Oluomo, when I see him personally, there are questions. If I ever get the chance to meet him, I will ask him questions myself. So you can't come here and be defending MC Oluomo just like I'm not defending Stephen. I'm talking to you because I was on that space, and whatever you have come here to say is not what happened. Whether you believe me or not, it's up to you. This is not hearsay. So that is where I'm going to end it. So from this point onward, whenever you are quoting that space, just also remember to add one statement that as much as I'm quoting this place, somebody who was a witness has also come to debunk that really did not happen. Nevertheless, I still hold the view so that it is clear that it is you holding the view you choose to hold, despite the fact that you have been given the full fact. So people can make up their mind about the kind of person that you are or how you see things. So it's important that when we are making them say comments, we are stating the facts of the truth. So I was on that space, and I'm telling you categorically, what you are spewing now never happened. So whoever recorded part of that speech went somewhere to now propagate it into something. That election, the governorship election in Lagos State, was a messy affair. People died, and you saw it. People were stabbed. People's legs. Some people till today are on their crutches. You know, people have been arrested and detained for less. Those who actually instigated mayhem against their fellow Nigerians, they are walking about free. Me, I don't care whether they are MC Oluomo, whether they are Chukudi. Anybody that went out to propagate violence against other people, physically causing them harm, loss of property, loss of limb, loss of life, those people should be held to account. And that's the point we're making. So stop coming here to be defending MC Oluomo. Let him face the repercussion of his own action. You speak for yourself about your own action, what you have done. Because there are comments you have made here that make sense. But sometimes I'm thinking, why are you speaking for MC Oluomo? Why are you speaking for the Oba of Lagos? For the Obas of Lagos, they can speak for themselves. So leave them alone. Speak for yourself as a Nigerian who is concerned about the country going forward. If you support Tinubu's policy, that is fine. That's your choice to do. But please, don't justify where people have committed crime and been inhuman against another human being, then you are coming to justify them. And say, MC Oluomo, your brother. So please leave him to one side. Let him, God, karma will catch up with him. Anybody that has perpetrated any wickedness as far as this election, as far as their fellow Nigerian is concerned, let me tell you, if the legal law doesn't catch up with them, karma will catch up with them. And that is the truth. So let's, don't be talking about this anymore, please. Face the reality of what's on ground right now. Okay, so my brother, that is what matters right now. Mr. Imperfect, I yield the mic.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But if you can give me, Tosin, I don't pin the tweet. You say you don't know the guy. I don't pin her for up there. We trace this issue. It's not even that you're Israel. It's not so local. That guy was the origin. I don't pin her for them, you see him. You say you don't know him. I don't pin him, you see him there. Imperfect, over to you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Shekun, are you there? Shekun Ige. Sorry, Shekun Ige, are you there?
Yeah, I did. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hello?
Sir. I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Okay. So, I've been on this space for like over 1 hour or thereabouts. But funny enough, the contributions on people's contributions so far has been tailored to focusing on the symptoms and blame. They've been involved in blame. We have been pushing blames. We're not really hitting the nail on the head. We're not really talking about the solutions. Because the topic of the space is what is the way forward in Nigeria. So I believe this should be a solution-oriented discussion, not really pushing of blames and we focusing on the symptoms. Because tribalism did not start in this particular election. It didn't even start in 2015. It didn't even start in 1999. It has been there even before Nigeria. Immediately Nigeria became amalgamated. It became a nation in 1914. These two factors have started manifesting themselves because we have to understand that Nigeria went through colonialism. And those who colonize us, to be able for them to successfully colonize us, they have to do it through a strategic means, which you can refer to as divide and rule or divide and conquer. And what are the tools that they use? They use ethnicity and tribalism. In 1949 or thereabouts, to see the division that has always been within us, even before we became an independent nation. Nnamdi Azikiwe had this news outlet, like a newspaper, he called it the Southern Nigerian Defender or thereabout. And people in the southwestern region, in their own interpretation, they believe that newspaper was pushing an agenda focused to probably the southeast or thereabout, because what they were saying then is that if someone from the southeast probably went to school in Abu and came back, is going to put it on the front page and is going to talk more about it. But if someone from another region is not going to probably laud it like that. And the action group then, the Awolowo group, they formed their own newspaper outlet, Tribune. That was how the Tribune was formed in 1949, to push their own narrative as well. So when Nigeria now became an independent state, they tried to manage it, but we didn't yield for that from those divisions that the colonial masters used to successfully colonize us. But they just tried to manage it, to manage that fractal among us. And one of the ways they managed it was, make each the regional form of governance. Each region should manage himself and should have this figurehead person at the center and stuff like that. But when the military, when the military came on board, they tried to unify us. Let me please give me like 2 minutes. Let me just round up. They tried to unify us, but politicians have used this tool to manipulate us for their own political endeavor, for their own political interest. The real division in Nigeria is not Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. The real division is those in the upper class and those in the lower class. Who are those in the upper class? I'm talking of those within the corridors of power, super rich people. Top class. You see, those of us in the lower class, they can't divide us. They can't use that thing where the colonial masters used back then, which they didn't yield from when we gained independence. They can't use it to divide us, we in the lower class, for their own political interest. The question I'm going to ask some of us now is that, why is it that someone, it's not that me trying to push to a region, but I'm just trying to make an emphasis of what I'm saying, is that when the thing that happened in Lagos, that ethnic sentiment that was played in Lagos in the governorship district, why is it that the super rich Igbo people, like Obi Kubana, E-Money, all these super rich people, why did they not speak against it then, when that thing was manifesting? As a matter of fact,
why did super rich Yoruba people not speak against it?
E-Money, all of them laughing together.
What are you talking about? Don't push it to the Igbos.
Because those people in the upper class, they are not divided irrespective of their religion or tribal, where they came from. They are united. Yes, they might be in different parties, but they are well united. I'm rounding up now. They are well united. Nothing divide them. What thing we supposed to talk about now, how we can emancipate ourselves. When we say this, nobody use their influence to divide us further.
Yeah, you didn't even speak about it.
I believe that should be
important to you.
The topic of this discussion. We should be talking about that. Because if someone like Mohammed go LP now, LP no go talk, say me no come their party. If someone like Wike talk, say I want leave PDP, I want go to LP no go talk, say guy come out, we don't want you. These people, yes, they might be in different parties, but nothing divides them. Yeah, okay, make around. So
Okay, you don't catch me.
I rest my kids.
No, don't rest it.
Thank you so much for resting your case. Thank you so much. Please, let me hear from a lady now, I beg. Hey, Franny, you should be next after you go to Apostle Solomon, man of God. Then we'll go to another young man, then come to another lady. Hey, Auntie, hey, Fanny, hi, how are you doing today?
Good morning, House. Imperfect. Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to ask, what's his name? Olutosin or Luwatosin or whatever. I'm sure he's still in the listener section. I had some questions for him because it's unfair that a young person that sounds smart would come on his space and just spew trash just in the name of trying to show support for his candidate. I had 3 questions for him actually. Number one would be, I know he's listening because I just saw him in the group listening section. Number one question would be, if he said MC Olumo did not threaten anyone, why then did the police department see it as a duty to release a press statement saying that he was only joking? He was only joking. If that did not, if he actually wasn't referring to us or to the Igbos. My second question would be, I don't know if he saw Ekiti State result during the election. To the best of my knowledge, that same result from Ekiti State was what they had for the 2019 election for Buhari, the same number, everything. I don't know, I stand to be corrected. But is that the result? He is also basing his facts on that Tinubu actually won the election because he said something about he would explain tire. It's so shameful. Honestly, it's very, very shameful. That the last result would be, I wanted to ask him if he could provide at least 5 forms, result sheets from the election where APC won the polling unit, just 5. Please post it to me in my DM or you can tag me. I want to see, because all this that we've been talking about the election, I have not seen one, maybe I'm not looking in the right places. I've not seen one result that had APC as the winner. These are the 2 questions I have for him. And I just went through his profile where he said, hey, have you guys for once even thought of the fact that even if your P2B wins the presidency, he will be impeached within 72 hours? Not a single lawmaker from his party. I don't know who doesn't have sense. I don't know who doesn't have sense between him and his supporters. Keep on dreaming. This is coming from somebody. I've not in my life engaged an APC person, but I thank God for this space. It's a bit neutral that you had to come in and I had to come up as well to say something. Now that we have lawmakers, what do you have to say? Impeachment. I don't get it. How did Tinubu win this election? In your heart of hearts. And let me even refer to the truckload of perjury this man committed when he was so young. Instead of living by the books, living a good, he spent his years being so bad at everything bad. And you are proud of him. You, a young person, someone that is close to his grave, you, a younger person, proud of Tinubu. Make it make sense to me. I don't understand how people reason, because each time I try to think how these APC supporters, especially Tinubu, let me not say APC supporters, not all of them are so bad. Tinubu supporters, especially people like you, it just beats my imagination. Do you have kids? Are you married? Is this the country you want to live for your children? Is this the impunity APC is committing with reckless abandon is what you're proud of, to come to a space and blot out trash in the name of supporting Tinubu? It's just so appalling, honestly. I know he's not here, he might not come up to answer these questions, but honestly, I don't understand these people. I'm sorry, this is all I came out to ask him. If he can respond, fine, but I don't expect it from him. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I have a question for, not Hey Franny, the guy who spoke before Franny. Can I ask him a question? Is that okay?
He's no more here actually, but...
Oh, he has gone. Oh, he's come to spew his nonsense. He has gone.
That's all they do. They come here to say discord.
You can't talk. He's talking about colonialism. The question where I want to ask can be say whether MCO Oluomo na Mumu, whether not be grown man with brain. You know, the guy, you know what?
They will not say it's an orchestrated stuff. They just run it.
You don't read the tweets now. The origin of the attack in Lagos. You just look what's the thing. Now based on the task.
Okay, I went in one person, they put there, say DSS, come pick me. Me, I follow Steven.
I saw that and I was like, please, I beg, that person will make that thing. I'm so disappointed that you're even an Arsenal fan like me. It is
disappointed at
some niggas are just here listening and it's as if they send the message.
like
perfect.
You didn't disappointed that principalities and powers in high places. You didn't disappointed. Wow. Demons, people will not get conscience.
So make DSS now. Do you think that they don't have things to do that?
They don't.
Like, are you guys thinking that they are not jobless? Like you guys?
Are.
Do you know the amount of intelligence you need to have up there for enter DSS? This is just to show that you guys, there's no difference between you guys and just these tyrants we've had before. What will be the difference? Anybody will want to say arrest this person because the person know they align with my own thoughts. Are you guys just being deliberately stupid or just naturally daft? I don't just know. Anyway, I beg, let's go to the next person.
Sorry, if I may add, imperfect. Wait, sorry, please. We don't even want to address what happened in Lagos State on election day. We don't even want to go there because it is filled with so much pain. We don't even want to go there. And you are here spewing nonsense. Shame on you.
Can we remember the flag boy that was beating black and blue?
Honestly.
It's okay. Apostle Abeg, come pray for us before the boss break out enter here. Abeg, sir. How are you doing today?
Good evening, Imperfect. Good evening, everyone on the I've been listening passionately, and it's quite unfortunate. We find ourselves in this kind of country. Mr. Imperfect, I'm from Plateau State. My wife is from Plateau. I want to talk about this tribalism and this ethnicity of a thing. Even within the state, we still have that issue. Virtually every state in Nigeria, we have that issue. My wife is Birom. I am Ngas by tribe. When I took my wife to introduce her, my parents said, you're not marrying from our tribe, you're going to marry another, the same Plateau. And if any one of you have stayed on the Plateau, there's this song they used to sing, Birom de Angas Kudena Shangiamos. That means Birom and Angas Mokuna stop today, drink alcohol. And they used to joke with those songs like that. But as I want to come marry, bring the Birom. Since when I say we they take alcohol together, now me I know they take alcohol, my wife know they take alcohol. We decide to come together. They say, why are you marrying a Birom girl? Is there no Angas lady? Blah 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 blah. If you go down to the Angas tribe, they will still bring her. Why are you not marrying from the village? Why not marrying from this? You are marrying from another clan. One problem, if you come down like that, even from the same village, you still get that problem. We still have that problem. But as much as possible, I think we need to be mature, to be non-tribalistic. I want to share a testimony with you. Last election, the man that contested with PDP is an Ngas man, is my tribe. I know one or two Igbo people that have insulted me on Twitter space. Doggy have insulted me. Other people, CBO, they don't attack me. Why? Because I spoke against my people. My CBO, I don't care where you come from. I don't care. If you are correct, I stand with you. Whether you are my tribe or not, I don't give a damn. And I've trained and imparted my children with that. Let's stand for righteous. If the Igbo man is righteous, I stand with you. If the Yoruba man is right, I stand with you. I can't stand for iniquity. I told people, I said, my own blood brother contested as an House of Assembly member. He won. He didn't work. He did no job. Nothing. I prayed for his fall. The day they announced that he didn't win, I celebrated. Come on. We should outgrow this. Even if you're my father, you contest. If you mess up, I campaign against you. This is the only way Nigeria will get it right. See, this North issue, North. I'm from the North. There's a problem. And I'm praying the day we'll get a good leader. I'm praying by the time Peter Obi comes on the throne, I was actually praying that there should be no population census. There's problem in the North. I'm telling you, there's problem in the North. Anybody that denies this, see this data that they say North are large. Large where? Which large? Which large? Let's do the real population census. Exactly. You will see a lot of things. I've been to Kano. For God's sake, you just drive like this, you don't pass one local government. But our own, you will travel for hours before you pass local government. You will just see one settlement. They will just show you one few settlement here. They say a local government. There's so much dubious, so much wickedness that has been laid in the foundation of this nation that need to be corrected. Whether from the north, south, east, west, so many things need to be put right. I can't support the north because I am from the north. You come to the north, like now this case of Niger. Now the narrative is that, hey, chief of defense staff is a Christian, but do you know that he's from the north? Do you know that when we come down to the north, tribe, it's not ethnicity now, religion now, we play out. When we want to get something from Nigeria, as a whole, it is ethnicity. When we come down to the north, religion will come. Now they are saying defense minister is trying to do what and what. He's trying to kill people in the north. This is a man born in Sokoto. This man grew up in Sokoto. But now they have changed the narrative, it is Christian. This is what is killing us as a nation. If you are a Muslim, I have Muslim friends, and I relate with them. Some of them relate with me, they respect me. They say, Pastor, you are truly a man of God. But for God's sake, we are human. Let's not allow this ethnicity, tribalism to eat our brain. As if they carry a Vitaphone, put inside and remove your brain. Abba, let's be mature. If I voted against my tribal man in the previous election, I voted some pastors and some my tribal people around. They met my daughter and they said, that is your father. That one that refused to vote our tribal people. They told my daughter said, you people don't know my dad. I have imputed it in my children. This is the only way we will get it right. And my children are proud. I told them, I said, if your tribal man misbehaves, if he's doing the wrong thing, deny him. Stand with the right person. What is tribe? You are cheating people, you say you are my tribe. You are doing things that they will blackmail my tribe. You say you are my tribe. I will not stand with you. I will deny you. I will betray you. During the past election, the man that won is Governor Caleb. He's a okay, thank you, Imperfect. He's a Mogul man. And the youngest man, and we are just at the border like this. We are together like this. We used to be called one name before everybody now, found his bearing. And this election was so hot, tribalism. I told them I'm not voting for my tribal man because his agenda is destructive. I know what he's coming up with. Let me just hold my case. Thank you, Mr. Imperfect.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you so much. Bonkwem, you should go next. After you go to Honorable Ada, then come to Kenny, please. Thank you so much.
Imperfect, the fact that you actually act surprised sometimes, after being on speeches and listening to, maybe if it is like if not these people that don't allow Abaddon their space.
No. I thought this is ended like before election. So because the department was a co-host on the space, and now they're asking, somebody is making a comment that Jesus should arrest her. Like, come on, man. Come on.
It's not going to your call now. I marvel when people try to, I get so annoyed a bit when some of our people tend to assume that the people we are actually conversing with are literate, and that they have a particular potential for good. I don't want to sound so pessimistic, but I've looked at the APC supporters. A major host of them will support them. These are people that I'm sorry to say it. These are people that they are not just found in the APC. They're found in almost every democracy. There are some people that their line of thought, once you are actually standing in for truth, they will find a way to stand against it. So there are many. So, and truth is, I don't expect any reasonable thing from them. Came here and they find a way to talk the truth. And now most of them, they know how to, they come assuming as if they can speak the Queen's English well. But if you check it well, they say a lot of rubbish. Well, I thought I was going to meet a pop APC here, Doggy. I didn't know Doggy is not going to be here. And let me ask you some questions, where his membership card is. I heard they were calling him hip hop.
send him the link to join the person.
It's very possible. I go ask Captain. Him and Captain, they go there hip hop together.
Then you're asking for his card.
Yeah. Don't mind those people. Me, I go act like make Captain officially register and under hip hop. You know, when you tell people that, you know, the people you actually joining to actually fight against your own, one they turn out to bite your finger because they won't trust you. You can't be, you know, going against the wishes of your people. Not even that you're following the right path, like Solo and Purpose said, you know, you're just following the wrong person to fight your own people. And at the end of the day, you think that person is going to like have your back, you know. So it's going to get worse, because at the end of the day, the people you can't eat with the devil and expect anything positive from him. That's why a lot of these people are coming out to say he supported my support for you, everybody's insulting me, you're a very wicked man. He doesn't care, he doesn't give a damn about you. Obviously, you can't support the devil and expect the devil to turn out and say and have a conscience to say, okay, because you supported me, or I take. The worst they can give you is to make your life more miserable. Right? So the end of the day is these people they are just built to lie. They are just liners, you know, they lie very well. During Ngele, whatever the name calls it. They are cut out from the same cloth. In Oluto Shinkanka, I was asking him for evidence. They can come tomorrow. The best evidence they will give is to go and create a dub, you know, use AI and produce something and come out and paste it. They do it a lot of the time. They created a space where Jimmy was at home. They were doing iPod with a space about iPod. Jimmy was there. P2P was there. They created it. I've been on Nosiam. A lot of people, obedience were there. You know, Aisha Yusufu was there as well as speakers. When I don't see them, they can do a lot of things. So now this kind of people, now they expect me, they come talk you through, tell you the truth. You know, if you talk about the tribalism and the ethnicity that happened in Nigeria, in fact, for this election was more eye-opening. For people who say that existed, nobody's denying it. But it was more eye-opening. A lot of people lost their limbs. A lot of people were killed. This guy, the flag boy, was beating black and blue. A lot of people were beating their own tribesmen because and then you're trying to justify rubbish here. You know, so at the end of the day, I think for me personally, I think we need to, a lot of this, you know, this political system needs to be, you know, devoured. You know, I think the political system and the way we run things in this country, I don't have any hope in it again. Only when we start building and then all these old eggs or wicked people leave the system for us, then we might have a breath of fresh air. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this way is Honorable Ada. She was supposed to go next. I don't know, but it's like she dropped. All right, thank you so much. The next person now should be hold on. Is it Kenny? Kenny, yeah. After Kenny, then go to Oluwa. Hey, Oluwa, please. Kenny, are you there?
Yeah, so thank you. You know, I've been on a conversation. We talk about how to progress Nigeria and all that, but I guess the more we do it, you see all these miscreants come in and try to, you know, sow wages, and I can't just ignore them. Thank you for asking him about the SND in Lagos that has been jailed for making one statement. He's still in jail till today, has not been released. During this campaign and everything, thank God I wasn't most frequent in obedience space. I was on spaces with all these people. I started space on going to Hawa and Doggy, where they will all, the whole conversation that time was IPOP. That's how I even started attending space. This guy that they posted, this guy that tweeted that thing, I haven't even seen his tweet, this Reston Ted Hecky or whatever. It's now that Biroki posted it. I came back from work. I was almost sleeping. I was on a space held by Chinasa, some Chinasa like that, an APC or Tinubu supporter like that. Igurube being the co-host. I was almost sleeping and that guy started talking. And he said, Igbo, we're not going to take this IPOP in my hometown, Igbo. I said, who is this? I said, me and this guy, we fought until this guy started, and he confessed. I don't know what state he came from Southwest, that guy. This is my village person from Delta State. Now my village person. He confessed that day where he came from, and then he ran. And he didn't run away. He went to the speaker. And then me and the Gurube and that Tinasa, we battled all night for hours about this topic. That one passed. This topic of this Lagos stuff, I was on a space. Big Daddy held with Hawa was there. Adesina was there. It got so bad that Hawa was begging them to tune down this thing that they are doing. Adesina, that I don't agree with on anything.
Hawa is also here on this piece. Hawa, I don't know if you can accept the mic.
Hawa was begging them to stop. Adesina was begging them to stop this. Big Daddy was like, they will destroy, that they will contact a Lagos governor to go and bomb the whole market of Igbos. This is the word of Big Daddy. I was there on that space. Thank God I was in that. I think I couldn't DM Howard. I DM the Adesina. I said, please, don't tell these people. He told me, if I can go and search his DM, Adesina, he said, I am telling them they are not coming down. I was on that space. That was before election. Before the governor election, after presidential, I was in a space held by Social. The guy that puts the jungle now that normally held space with Ayo. Ayo was on that space. Adesina was on that space. All of them was on that space. That Ayo, I just attended Ayo space once since after the election because I know the role Ayo that is holding space played with that Lagos stuff. I was there. We are speaking. There is this guy called Think Yoruba First. He played a tape from this guy, the gubernatorial guy in Lagos, that he couldn't speak one language of Yoruba very well. They drove that thing. That was fire. The whole space was going fire. To the point that Social could not say a word. The host of that space could not say a single word. And these people went rampant. That's the day I discovered that it wasn't on space that they shared those things. It was on WhatsApp and what was this other place that is like Twitter? Clubhouse. One of them was saying, tell me, send it to me now. Let's start sharing it on WhatsApp. I was on that space. That's the space that exacerbated the whole thing. It was on fire. It was on fire on that space. It was on fire. KB was there. And I told them on that space, I said, no matter what you do, that Igbos survive the civil war. They burnt all the Igbo stuff. We came back to the point that you guys are envying us today. No matter what you do, we will still come back again, even if you bump those markets. That's what I told them on that space. And they were there driving those things. And all those same people will come here and say, oh, you watch them. They are the one that cook those things up, use it to agitate people. And when the people start talking about it and get people riled up, they will come and say, oh, you are the one. I don't like... On a space, anytime you're having a progressive conversation, these people will come in and chip in to destroy the whole thing, and they will run away. They do this consistently. Even when, before that election, I will continue asking them on space. When they talk, I will ask them, who spoke anything about tribe here? Nobody. Who spoke anything about religion? Nobody. Once they come in, they will say, everybody here is saying, the Northerners, everybody here is saying, that's how they start talking. And I will be pleading with the co-host, be kicking these people out. That's the same thing that idiot that just left dinner. He said, how did a third person that came second, distance third, asked him that said that, when they asked APC or INEC to provide how they declare the Tinubu as a winner in the court of law, they could not provide a sheet that they used to announce him as a president. What is the difference from what Mahmoud did what the guy in Adamawa did? No different. There's no result sheet. They just announced this guy. The same Tinubu judges accepted in the court that this man is a drug dealer, not me. The lawyers, The lawyers accepted that he has a second passport. That if a passport expires, you are no more a citizen of that country. That is their lawyer accepted this in the court. I mean, where can we even start? The same judge, the same lawyers of Tinubu provided 2 certificates for Tinubu, forged one in the to INEC and another one during the court section. What are we talking? And when I say it and you're going to tell me that I'm tribal? No. Even the lawyers of the Tinubu are the one that did this. So sometimes I can't just keep quiet with all this. I said it on space, time without number. I don't hate Yorubas, but that's fine. Let me remove that. That's not my contention is that I don't care for Nigeria where I will be in love with the Hawas and Hausa person.
That's
or Ayo as a Yoruba person. I don't care if I love them or if they love me. All I care is a Nigeria where there is a constitution that works for everybody. Period. You don't have to like me as an Igbo person. I don't give a shit if you like me or not. Americans don't like each other. They hate each other. But there's a constitution that binds them together. And that's what we're asking for. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. I don't have to like Imperfect. What I know is that if Imperfect commits crime, let him be held by the same constitution.
That's right.
If there's a development that was given to people of Kaduna, let it be given to somebody in Anambra State.
That's right.
If you can be allowed as a governor to dig your natural resources in the north, then you should be allowed to dig his natural resources in Abia State. That's all we're asking for. Nobody, I don't care about the love. Tribalism will go away with development. It will organically wipe away. Without development, it will still be there. But I don't care. I don't come here to look for love. No. I come here to look for something that we all can be held accountable for, to be guided and be ruled by rule of law. I yield the mic for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Then we go explain Taya. Now, good news. They are not accusing the man you call his name now. Which is that man's name that came to my space was like, you obedient, you people don't do anything, you are ignorant, blah blah blah. They are not calling him an IPOP member, him don't flex. Now Doggy on the big and the play for Doggy, they should
Imperfect, you know I was on space. Victor, there's this guy that wears the Igbo hat.
Victor.
He was I was on space. Ayo was there. What is his name? Big Beard was there. They were calling me Ipa. Ayo and Big Beard was calling me Ipa in that same space. That was in the space. I don't know what happened. Oh, Peter B, when he tweeted about IPOP, that was the space that was held that time. Soshi was the person that held it. And wait, perfect. And this Victor said that Igbos are a dot in the map, that they are third-class citizens. He said all these Igbos that you see that is supporting the APC, that is claiming they are supporting Tinubu, that they are all terrorist group of IPOP, of Biafra. That's what that guy said. He said, including Georgie, Bikurube, and all of them. I was on that space.
So bad that even APC rejects him.
I have all their receipts. You know, so they don't come here and be telling me nonsense. Thank God I'm always there and I witness them spewing their nonsense.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I beg, Rookie, where is my guy that stays in Ireland? No, I blocked that idiot last time. Last time I said when I go Ireland, I said see this idiot. The guy didn't even see me. He never even know myself. I say see this guy. If I use knife now, begin the
you know if you go to a BB now, they will say World War III won't start now. Germany versus England.
Where the other one day?
Which other one again?
Aki. I never see him. He not change the name again.
Oh, that one. I saw that man. It's in you affect the children too safe.
You know say
only God avoid me. I say I not go block you. I go insult you. Anyway, I will insult.
Now Big Daddy go to me last year. At last if I catch him, I go use cane flogger. I go use block. Everybody says last like perfect. This is what it looks like. Bro, ain't that funny? I think I will use cane flog you. All I want is to get a picture because they say, oh, no need.
You won't go prison.
know a lot of people have it's a better word. Almost
I can pronounce it Oluwadamilare Adeyego.
Thank you so much, my sister. I'm in the UK and I have a lot of people always having this tongue twist whenever they want to pronounce my full name. Anyways, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, Mr.
Sorry for keeping you waiting. I beg, no vex.
My brother. Good afternoon, Perfect. I really appreciate the work you've been doing so far, holding spaces consistently and trying to put so many issues on the front burner. This same topic has also was dealt with in the violence space, and I'm just going to give a very similar submission that I gave back then, and I'm going to my perspective is going to be based on the Bible. It's going to be based on the Bible, not just because I'm a Christian, but because the Bible has been a very historical record that even all the spectrum of learned people always, draw influences from, whether you're a believer or a non-believer, agnostics or whatever. So I'm just going to start my submission by saying, hear my words, you wise men. Listen to me, you men of learning. For the ears test words as a tongue tastes food. So let us discern for ourselves what is right. Let us learn together what is good. That was from the video. About this topic of tribalism and ethnicity, it's a very sensitive topic, and I've always wondered where did it come from? How did it start? Why is it that when I'm in Nigeria, I fight tribalism? When I come over here, I fight ethnicity and all that. What exactly did it come from? And I knew it was actually the original sin. It's dated back. Somebody said it started before we were colonized. But I want to tell you guys that it's way back it was even the original sin. Satan was made in all good stones and diamond, and then that pride entered in. That was actually the origin. But I want to compare Nigeria to the Jews and the Samaritans back then. The Jews and the Samaritans were amalgamated, just like Nigerians, the northern and the southern protectorates of Nigeria were amalgamated. Israel was a one big country, and then the son of Solomon made a very bad mistake, and then Israel was divided into two, the northern and the southern tribe. The northern people were conquered by the Assyrian king Gen. So he sent some people out, and then he brought in the Samaritans to amalgamate them together. So that was how the Samaritans started living with the Jews, and this dated back almost 1,000 years ago. So the Jews and the Samaritans never got together, just like we Nigerians, as far back as I know, have difficulty in terms of our ethnicity. But it was more toxic within the Jews and the Samaritans. They don't eat the same food. They don't share the same cup. They don't go to the same place. As bad as it is, they worship the same God, but they don't pray in the same direction. So that is just to tell you the context of how bad the ethnicity was as at that time. But what I found most challenging was, and most interesting was one of Jesus' sermon. It's the Good Samaritan. I'm very sure almost all of us are aware about the story of the Good Samaritan. And the moral of the story is your tribesman that does not show you love is not better than your other tribe that shows you love. That was just the moral of the story. So I needed to bring out the context of how hostile the Jews and the Samaritans were as at that time to show you that was really the reason why Jesus Christ made that example, that a Samaritan that shows a Jew love is a better brother than a Jew that doesn't show a Jew love. So I don't know why a lot of pastors and all, they don't focus on this. This is the pain. Every religion have copied from the story of the Good Samaritan. Now, about Jesus Christ, the greatest dishonor that he ever faced was not being flogged, was not being nailed to the cross. It was not when he was stripped naked or when he was asked to carry cross. That was not the greatest dishonor he faced. The greatest dishonor he faced was when the Pharisees at the time used ethnicity as a political tool to water down Jesus's mission on earth. For reference, you can check John chapter 8 verses 48 and 49. They called Jesus a demon-possessed Samaritan. They knew if they could label Jesus Christ a Samaritan, the Jews would not accept his message. And then he replied, because he says in chapter 8 verse 30, 48. Aren't you right in saying, I'm just going to round up now, aren't you right in saying you are a Samaritan and you demon possessed? And he responded that I am not demon possessed. I honor my father and dishonor me. That was the greatest dishonor Jesus Christ ever faced, being ethnically labeled. So I have to bring this back to the context of Nigeria. They use tribalism and ethnicity as a political tool. It is wrong. It is a dishonor. I don't want to know whether you are saying it is politics. It is not allowed in politics, in whatever guise it is. You are not allowed to label any other person in wherever they come from just because you want to achieve a political goal. It's administered in the Bible like that. It is a very, very big dishonor. And I will admonish anybody trying to use this as a tool, to divide Nigeria in order to attain a political position. It is very, 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 very evil. And in this last election, the greatest political scenario that ever happened in this world is the crucifixion, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. The Pharisees use every political tool you can think of, including ethnicity, to fight Jesus at that time.
Switch on living room
The same way the Pharisees used ethnicity was the same way APC used it. APC used copied template. That's why you know that party is a very evil party. And the next tool they want to use now is to bribe the soldiers. I won't call on that name. I'll just say bribe the soldiers that the Pharisees did. The Pharisees bribed the soldiers to tell people that Jesus Christ is not resurrected, that the disciples stole the body, according to John. That was John chapter 21. These same soldiers were the one that witnessed his death, crucifixion, and resurrection. I've seen your hand in perfect. Just give me like 30 seconds. Let me just round up. The first people that actually saw Jesus Christ resurrect was the soldiers, not even Mary Mother. It was the soldiers that saw him in Matthew. In the book of Matthew, because he said the soldiers were like dead men. That word dead men was the same word used in John in Revelation when he saw Jesus Christ, and John said, I felt like that they dead. That was they were the same people, yet they were the ones that were bribed to go and say it around Jerusalem that the disciples told him. That is the next card that this APC wants to use. Bribe the soldiers. I'll just round up here. Thank you so much, Imperfect. Thank you so much, brother.
Offering time, blessing time. You won't come make me give my life to
was a pastor. Wow.
Are you the pastor, sir? What's the name of a church? Which church are you heading over there in the UK?
I'm Bubu the show. I attend a community church here in the UK, but I there's no pastor I do. As long as my spirit align with your spirit that you are saying the word of God, whether you are Chris Sokote, whether you are Oyakilom, whether you are Adibo, as long as what you are saying at that time, there's no church I've not gone to. I've gone to White Garment. There's no, as long as what you are preaching on that altar aligns with my spirit. So that's to tell you how decentralized I am.
You have like a hidden talent. Like you got some potential.
You preach for boss, long distance boss.
If I should organize investors who could event hall like one hall for London every Sunday, they find. Our organized crowd too. We're going to attend the church.
But when you find money like this, that they get out of hand.
Imperfect. I will supply coffee. I'll supply coffee.
You understand? Coffee.
I'll do the coffee stand.
All these. I will call Ulomo. We join the Nigerian UK.
I'll bring now Ulomo of Dabi. I'll bring crepes.
Just like £5 as offering. We don't want tithes, just 2% tithes is okay. We don't want 10%. Anyway,
who is we?
We go talk business. I loved your way of your preaching. Thank you so much. I beg, Honorable Ada, you're back. Hope we hear from you. How are you doing today? Evening to you, please.
Imperfect. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you driving? Are you busy?
Yes, I'm driving.
Your voice today.
It's been a while, Abby. Yeah, Liberty. I know. I've not been talking a lot on our spaces. Impa, I see all of you guys, everybody on the speaker section. Grand and them. Biruki, I see your I see your post. Okay, so I just quickly wanted to say Liberty had said, yes, we used to co-host those spaces with Steven, and I guess I should be expecting DSS anytime now, Abby. But
Honorable Ada, I've just put something there. That's the trend now. They are tagging our accounts to police. I've noticed with General Oluchi, Sweet Angel and Co. They don't tag. They tag our accounts to DSS and police now. That's the new dog whistle.
Can you believe that? I don't even care. I mean, I'll just put it down on my resume, right? Wanted by DSS at some point, so that has to my fed as an activist. I just wanted to say you forgot to mention that Stephen is not Igbo, right? He's not even Igbo. Other than the fact that he didn't even say it the way that they tried to spin it, he's not Igbo, right? And I mean, anybody can come up here and try to pretend that, they're not tribalistic, they're this, they're the other one. Whatever you say, big deal. The fact is that... What, can you hear me?
What is Stephen's name?
Stephen Osewige.
Osewige.
Yes. Osewige.
They just add okay.
You know,
yes,
I mean...
at the end. Governor added to his name.
Right? It doesn't even make any sense. First of all, Stephen is not Igbo. Secondly, if you claim you are not tribalistic and whatnot, big deal. The fact is, a cockroach, I mean, if you put enough pressure on a cockroach, it's going to reveal whatever it has on the inside, right? So if it took you something as flimsy as that, a joke that he was making, Rosa, thank you so much, my sister. The joke that he was making, so, hi, Mama. You get, he just made a silly comment that was spun completely and turned into something else. If it took you something that's offhand, to go full on tribalistic and you opened your mouth and you said and you saw the result of what happened, the consequences of that, you crazy, right? It took you just that thing to act out the way that you acted out. You revealed your full lizard face. It tells more about what is on the inside of you, okay? So I don't even want to come up here and try to debate who is tribalistic and who is not, but I'm just going to finish up with this imperfect. It's only a foolish person, right? It's only a foolish person that will see injustice and try to support it or justify it in any way because he thinks he's on the table where it will benefit him. It's only a foolish person because when injustice is involved, you are never on the table. You are on the menu. Everybody's on the menu. Okay, so carry on. Support injustice as much as you want. Pretend like you didn't hear everything that went down. Pretend like, Tinubu is this or whatever. I don't even care. Liberty, you were so precious. I don't want to get into it with that person because guess what? They don't care to understand. They didn't come here to learn. They came here to troll and gaslight and I don't want to give any of those people my energy. Like, I'm not going to give them that power. Be foolish if you want to be foolish. Stay foolish. We'll love you regardless. Okay? Oh no, we'll hate you regardless. Thank you, imperfect.
Thank you so much. You don't come here now and call somebody foolish, call people mad,
I did not call anybody foolish. I said it's only a foolish person. So who the cap fits, let them wear it.
Exactly. The issue there is that the cap won't even fit them because we dey insult people with accents. They never hear. They are just there smiling, say, "Oh, who is she's even giving us some accolade." If one call foolish, I'm not gonna talk with all this accent. Now this just like, yeah, fuck, foolish. You're gonna hate you, man. I hate you. What is it gonna hate you, man? Never serious. I beg.
I hate you.
Why do I see you? Welcome, Grandmaster. I beg you, calm down first. Look here from new speakers. Engineer, look here from you. Then go to what? Then come to justice. Then go to
perfect, my brother.
Domo Sao. Domo. How you dey?
Ade Baba, my brother. See, one thing I don't learn for this life, imperfect, and I'll continue to say it. You see, Nollywood, when we were growing up as children, Nollywood defined mental illness as someone that would just run into a market, remove your shirt, start to dance makosa. But, bro, I don't grow up realize, say, all those will not be madness. Person, if they fine, he go wear suit and tie, go wear senator native. If he even they abroad, wear winter jackets, still no get sense. And we have seen it on Twitter Spaces. We have seen it from people's comments, and we will continue to see it. But see, let me tell you something, my brother. You see, this tribalism of the thing did not start today. Just like the destruction of Nigeria did not start today. Nigeria started to spoil when they invite them go Britain, when they go fight for independence. When they even start to thief the golden spoon, where Queen of England takes out, then you will know say this one a potential thief for real life. This one is going to become a potential thief. They carry you con dinner. You don't they tip the golden spoon where they serve you. So is it ash that you will not steal when you finally get there? You will steal.